The Thunder River Rapids ride has been thrilling visitors at the park for 30 years. Today, tragedy as one of the rafts overturned, throwing 2 passengers off, trapping 2 others on a conveyor belt underneath.
On the 25th of October 2016, Australia suffered one of its worst theme park incidents since the 1979 Luna Park fire. 4 people riding the Thunder River Rapids ride lost their lives when their raft capsized. Even though there were multiple health and safety failings, nobody has faced any criminal charges over their deaths. Dreamworld, one of Australia's premier theme parks, opened its doors in 1981 on the sunny Gold Coast in Queensland. Among its many attractions was the Thunder River Rapids ride, a family favourite since its debut in 1986. The Thunder River Rapids ride was designed to simulate the experience of whitewater rafting. Guests boarded circular rafts that floated along a fast-moving, artificial river, encountering rapids, twists, and turns along the way. It was a ride that promised excitement, but one fateful day in 2016, it became the site of a horrific tragedy. On October 25, 2016, 4 visitors, Cindy Lowe, Kate Goodchild, Luke Dorset and Ruzi Aragi, were on the ride when disaster struck. As their raft approached the end of the course, it had to ride on a conveyor system that moved rafts back to the start of the ride. It collided with an empty raft that had become grounded on the floor on the exit of the conveyor belt. This was due to low water levels caused by issues with the water pumps. One pump, in particular, in the previous week had failed 7 times, yet the park simply reset the pump instead of finding the root cause of the problem. The collision between the 2 caused their raft to pivot and flip vertically. 2 children were thrown clear, yet sadly the 4 adults were dragged into the conveyor mechanism. Emergency services were quick to arrive, but it was already too late. The malfunction resulted in the passengers being thrown from the raft, with catastrophic consequences. The investigation that followed revealed a series of alarming safety failures. The ride's conveyor belt mechanism, which was supposed to transport the rafts safely to the unloading area, had malfunctioned. Crucially, it was discovered that Dreamworld's safety procedures were grossly inadequate. The inquest, conducted by the Queensland Coroner's Court, uncovered that the ride had a history of incidents and malfunctions. In 2001, a very similar incident occurred. 2 rafts collided and flipped in a location a little further along than the 2016 accident. The incident was identified as a dangerous event by the park, and came to the conclusion that this was employee error. They suggested that the likelihood of this occurring again with passengers on board was nil. Disturbingly, 2 years before the tragic event, an incident occurred that was eerily similar. A loss of air pressure resulted in a pump failing, causing the water level to drop. A raft became stranded at the bottom of the conveyor, in the exact same location. Luckily, the ride operator noticed and stopped the conveyor belt before anything sinister occurred. Inexplicably, the park found the operator at fault and did nothing to change the design of the ride. From a later investigation, it was discovered that 8 dangerous incidents had occurred previously, which were also very similar to this tragic event. Staff operating the ride continually asked for further training, as they deemed operating that particular ride the hardest in the entire park, as there were a lot of tasks to undertake simultaneously. One design flaw, highlighted by the investigation, was the location of the emergency stop button. It was not easily accessible, too high, and had a significant time delay in stopping the ride. Coroner James McDougall described the incident as shocking and a total failure in all aspects of safety. He stated that the disaster was the result of systemic failures by Dreamworld, in relation to safety and maintenance. Following the tragedy, Dreamworld closed the Thunder River Rapids ride and eventually dismantled it. The park also shut down for 45 days to review and overhaul its safety procedures. Dreamworld's parent company, Ardent Leisure, faced significant public and legal scrutiny. They committed to implementing all recommendations from the coroner's report and undertook a comprehensive safety review of all their rides. The families of the victims sought justice and answers. The disaster served as a stark reminder of the critical importance of rigorous safety standards and regular maintenance in theme parks worldwide. Today, Dreamworld has made significant changes, promising a stronger commitment to safety. However, the memory of the Thunder River Rapids disaster remains a poignant reminder of the lives lost and the lessons learned. Safety must never be an afterthought. The tragedy at Dreamworld stands as a solemn testament to the importance of vigilance and the precious value of human life.